Hello and welcome to Consciously Awesome here on Soulivity TV. I am Sheila Applegate, your host. I'm a spiritual seer, healer, consciousness teacher, and manifestation life coach. And we are talking about raising our consciousness so that we can manifest and create the life that we desire. Maybe we're looking for a more fulfilling life. Maybe you've been exploring a lot of different aspects of consciousness and you want to take it a little further. Or maybe you showed up today because we're talking about twin flames. Twin flames is a topic that a lot of people are passionate about, and a whole bunch of other people have no idea about it. I first learned about twin flames, or let's say I first met my twin flame in the early 90s. And it was interesting because I made a connection with someone. And this was not a romantic experience, but it was a connection that I had never experienced before. At this point, I had already been learning metaphysics and I had a master's degree in social work. I thought I knew connections. And this one just it was like nothing I had experienced. It overtook me in an energy way. I was so connected to this other person that it was very telepathic. It was pushing me to expand my limited thinking. And it was really beautiful too. I was talking to one of my friends who had taken a lot of the metaphysical classes with me, and she said, Sheila, it sounds like that's a twin flame. And I said, what's a twin flame? And she said, you were sitting next to me when we learned about twin flames in class. You were right next to me, Sheila. I know you learned about it. Apparently, I had blocked it out completely. I had no memory of having learned, even though I was a good student. I did not remember it at all. And I realized at that point that I probably didn't remember it because I was about to experience it. And there really isn't anything that can put this into words in fully, but I've been doing my best. Since then, it wasn't that much longer when I went to a reader. It was someone from the metaphysical church, and she was also a teacher, and she did readings. And I went to her for a reading, and when she answered the door, she just looked at me and she said, twin flames. She's like, there are so many twin flames here. It's not just your twin flame. It is a lot of twin flames from all over the world. They've been keeping me up all night. And I was a little shocked because she did not know about my life. She did not know that this twin flame connection was something that I was coming to talk about in the physical world. She did not know that. And I had no idea what she meant about all these other twin flames. Well, it turned out, yes, indeed, that was my twin flame that I had met. And the experience is something that I want to talk to you about because we're going back to a time before people were talking about twin flames. It was not spoken about. There weren't things really written about it. Oh, I do think there was like one book out about it. It's a small little pocket book. But now it's like a huge topic. And the reader that I went to was right because twin flames have found me from around the world to get guidance and assistance, even after I stopped talking about it very much and writing about it, even after I really didn't have much up about it on the internet. People have found me, and sometimes they don't know why they found me. They just are coming, they are going through this experience and they don't know how to explain it, but it comes up. And though I never tell someone, oh, this is your twin flame, oftentimes there's a part of me now that realizes, well, if they're here and they're experiencing this, there's probably a good chance because we've been seeing this going on for a couple decades now. So, what is a twin flame? And I really think it's important to get to the what I believe is the truth of a twin flame. And this is a spiritual relationship. And this is a relationship, a connection, a part of a gateway that can open us to oneness, to actually experiencing the feeling of living in oneness while being on earth. It helps us to feel whole, and it helps us to move forward pretty rapidly in our spiritual consciousness. It is not necessarily romantic, though sometimes it is. If you are in a situation where it is right and practical and it makes sense, then the pull of a twin flame energy, which is creation energy, can easily be interpreted as romantic or sexual energy. And that's probably why people have sort of replaced twin flame with a whole find your soulmate, your prince charming, you know, idea. And now there's this drive to experience this. There are more and more people experiencing twin flame relationships on Earth now than in history because we're evolving as a consciousness and we're understanding it more. But it also, we have been with our twin flames in the past. This is a soul energy, so your twin flame would be your twin flame throughout the beginning of your existence as an individualized spark of oneness. So the way I understand it and try to express it is oneness is everything, right? And it's all encompassing. Some people call it the divine, some people call it God, some people call it love, creator. It's the oneness of all that is the universe. It's where we come from and it's who we are. And oneness includes everything, and we are still part of oneness, we just forget. So when I tell you this, again, it's kind of a story for us to understand here on earth, because at the same time I tell you this linear story, it's all happening at once. And that's hard for us to perceive on earth. And we don't even need to because we're in the process of remembering. So, oneness, divided, not in separation from each other, but like a cell divides, right? So, when you're creating a baby, the cell divides and it creates two cells, and then those cells create two more, and it moves on and on and on until this beautiful baby is formed and can come out of the womb and enter world. So if we think about our entire atmosphere, Gaia, Mother Earth, oneness, all that is, maybe out into infinity, maybe we're just at this point understanding it around our own world. We're still kind of figuring that out. There's probably extensive beyond what our human experience can understand. But in this process, oneness divides into two aspects, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, of the God and the goddess energy, Alpha and Omega. And then that keeps dividing, again, expanding, not separating, still being a part of it, but becoming more. And that moves into what we might call soul family, where all the cells on this next rim of consciousness are souls that we feel very connected to, even though we're connected to all. And it keeps moving on until the last piece of oneness that you separated from, to become the individual soul identity that you know yourself to be. So this might be your first lifetime, it might be your 100th lifetime, but that soul energy that continues, that soul energy that we want to communicate with when someone has died, that soul energy that is us beyond our physical form. The very last aspect of oneness that you separated from before becoming your individual soul identity would be your twin flame. That's all it actually means. Not very romantic, right? but sort of, it can be, but it's not, because what that is that person will know you so well because they are an imprint of you, right? They're that close to you. So you can't hide anything from a twin flame because they are so connected that you're going to hear and see beyond what they're saying, even to themselves. You can't hide from yourself in front of them. So that's why it becomes pretty intense. And the energy of that union, that feeling of wanting to come together, when you have that energy on earth, it is a gateway for you to experience what oneness is in the physical form, because you feel it. You're now looking at someone who is an individual person with an individual personality, because personality is formed by the lifetime. Some attributes may continue through your lifetimes, but who you're born into, what culture you're born into, what your DNA is in this moment, all of that impacts the person that you are. So on the outside, you may not look at all alike. On the outside, you might look like polar opposites, but in the internal parts of it, your wholeness together is exactly the same. Now, a lot of fairy tales and stories have been looking for that other piece and have romanticized it, because we often don't feel whole as an individual. We feel sometimes like something's missing, and we're looking outside of ourselves to fill that. But in truth, we're all connected. And so even though we might think, okay, I get this, oneness is we're all connected. I am you and you are me, but we may not feel it. If you're empathic, which we all are, but if you are extremely empathic or you've honed into that, you may experience this with many people, an energy like that. The twin flame would be an amplification of it. It's where you can't really run unless one leaves or dies, usually, but you're usually, even then, you keep coming back together till you remember. So when we get back from the break, I'm going to tell you what that remembering is like, and we're going to do a little meditation to help you remember. So we'll see you in just a second.
Six years ago, when I started Soulivity, my vision was to support everyone in improving their life through the discovery of their passion and purpose, so they could become the best version of themselves, to battle fear and ignorance, and create a better world today. Get inspired to live your passion and purpose. Visit Soulivity.com now.
All right, welcome back. We are talking about twin flames, and I've given a pretty clinical understanding of it so far, partly because I want you to remember that you don't need to seek your twin flame. And you don't need to make your twin flame. If you meet someone who you think is your twin flame, it's not important to create the form of relationship. A lot of times people believe that there must be a form in the relationship, a marriage or partnership. But remember, some people are twin flames with their parents, with a sibling. You have cycled through your lives probably in many different relationships because you're always trying to learn and feel that wholeness. It's part of our evolution, that connectedness. Now, sometimes we don't feel whole. Now, the truth is, we are whole already. The twin flame relationship or a deep soulmate relationship, because sometimes just a deep soulmate, just right, those other cells, maybe the last four you were connected to, very slight difference between that and a twin flame energy. So a lot of times people will think they're in a twin flame energy, and then if the twin flame comes in, they're like, oh no, that wasn't, this is. But we have to be careful about putting that label on especially if you're putting it on with ideas of that meaning romance or a way to be in a relationship with someone, or the most soul connection relationship you can have, because it's not an easy relationship. You are going to bring up everything, anything buried inside of you. It is like the crash course in evolution. Like, can you fit in enough intensity so that you have no choice but to accelerate? Am I grateful for mine? Yes, absolutely. In some ways, it's the most beautiful experience on the human level, but it's also extremely intense and does not often lead to living in a form of partnership like our earth likes to, like our societies like to push us into. Moving forward, and if you've listened to other episodes, you probably know that after many years of working and learning to love unconditionally and connect with spirit and feel our wholeness on a spiritual level, my twin flame did cross over. And then we began that process at another level of, with only one of us here on earth, feeling that wholeness in every moment. So this is a journey that, if it appears to you, you are ready for it, because it won't come to you unless you are ready. But you don't need to be seeking it. What you're probably, if you're feeling like you're seeking it, you're probably just wanting deep intimacy, which can be, we'll talk about that in the next episode. It can be with many different possibilities of soulmates. Um, so, and really, all of this has more to do with you than who the partner is, because the more you grow, the more intimacy you can allow into your life. So, with a twin flame, the mistake, like I said, that most people make is trying to fit it into a form of relationship on earth. Now, some of you, if it's a mother child, then you've got that relationship, but then there's also the intensity of it. So even that isn't easily fit into the form of a mother-child relationship, or father-child, or sibling, because it's like the physical connection of twins on earth, but in the soul expression of it. That's basically what it is. So it's amplified. So the idea is that you're trying to remember that you're already one. Okay. There isn't a missing part of you. You're one. And you're one. The soul is going to help you to remember that. So you want to move into the higher levels of frequency through meditation, feeling that wholeness, starting up at here and bringing it down. And there's many different meditations that you can do for that, but I'm going to do one that I find it's easy, it's short, and this can be done whether you know who your twin flame is, whether you've heard of a twin flame before. You don't have to have any conscious connection to a twin flame. In fact, doing this before, or when you haven't met a twin flame, will help you move through in probably the most smooth way possible, because you're going to begin to feel more whole, but you're not putting that on another human being. So we're going to do this meditation, and I call it the gold ball meditation, because I visualize the union of the twin flame. And I'm not the only one, because I've seen pictures where other people have that same vision. So the union of a twin flame is like this beautiful gold ball. And inside that are the two nucleuses that are you, right? So your essence, your being. So we learn to connect beyond personality back into the essence of that energy that is the twin flame union. So everybody can do it. I recommend you do it. If you've never heard of twin flames, the concept is so far out there you don't even understand it, or if you're struggling with a relationship that might be a twin flame, all of that right in here. Do this quick meditation and you will feel better. So we're going to start that today, and then if you have more to explore, you can always ask me, and here in the comments, or reach out to me. There is more information about it out there that I've done over the years as well. Okay, let's take a moment now. Just take a deep breath and then exhale. Breathe in love and imagine you're exhaling doubt. Breathe in hope and exhale fear. Continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically as you feel your mind and body becoming more and more relaxed. You once again see that beautiful image of the golden rose sun and the silver bioluminescent blue moon above your head. And that liquid color swirls together above your head. And then just imagine that you feel it entering in through the top of your head. Beautiful liquid color being absorbed by the brain like a sponge, just filling every cell, opening your inner vision and your inner hearing, moving into your throat. And then when it reaches your shoulders, just exhale and feel the physical shoulders relaxing as you're once again filled with beautiful liquid gold and blue light. And then feel it move down your hands. Imagine it in your heart, where your heart is opening up deeper, allowing more love in. As it moves down a little bit further, it brings your emotions into harmony, making it easier for you to express even the extreme emotions while remaining in a state of grace. And then that light moves into your core, your midsection, your creation center. Allow your creation center to be ignited now. And then let the light move down your legs into your knees and into your feet. And then imagining a beautiful cord of light pours out from your tailbone and goes deep into the center of our Mother Earth, anchoring you here, allowing you to expand beyond this physical sensation while still remaining present in your body. And then as you rest into this beautiful golden rose bioluminescent blue light that is filling you, imagine now that you place your attention on your heart, and from your heart, liquid golden light starts to pour out in front of you. And as it does, it takes the form of another human being. Just a golden being, almost like the Oscar. Just a beautiful, just a form of a human standing in front of you like a golden sculpture. But there's love and beauty as you look upon it. And as you feel the energy of this beautiful one, their eyes may form so that you can look deep into their eyes, allowing your heart to connect to each other. And your third eye, and your creation center. And then just moving through your whole body at your energy points, at the chakras, if you know that word. Just let the beam of light connect you like a ladder, two of you standing there with beams of light, almost swirling like a strip of DNA, the double helix. You're no longer seeing the physical person. You're just noticing now the connection of you expanding into a beautiful double helix like a DNA. Allow yourself to rest into that feeling of wholeness, steadiness, and support. completion. Feel it in every cell of your body. And then expand that light out a little bit further until there's a beautiful golden sphere of light all around the two of you. Again, losing form of yourself and the other. You now expand into this golden sphere. You may begin to see each other still. Notice yourself separate in this beautiful golden light, like a ball of light. The love is so deep and expansive and easy to rest into. Your thoughts are melting away. And as you rest deeper and deeper into it, you no longer notice the double helix or the two separate beings that you are. You feel yourself as that whole golden sphere of light. You have expanded into it. You are not lost. You still know who you are. But you now feel like more than who you knew yourself to be. Just allow yourself to rest into that feeling. Feel it in every cell of your body. And you could sit in this for as long as you desire. You can imagine yourself going through the day with this feeling, tuning into it whenever you feel a little off and want to feel whole or receive a boost of energy or strength. Let's rest into it for just another second. And then for now, just open your eyes. And with your eyes open, continue to feel that energy of wholeness, of support, strength, love. Imagine every cell of your body feeling it. And then imagine going through your day feeling this way. Imagining that golden sphere of light all around you. Feel the joy rising up inside of you as you breathe into this wholeness, this love, this truth of who you are. And we give thanks. There you go, my friend. It's so simple, right? When we do that. So whether you have been in a twin flame relationship, you're just hearing about it today, or you would like to just explore the idea more, I recommend start with this meditation, do it on your own, and make it a part of your day. And then the other things will start to fall into place for you. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you again next week here on Soulivity TV.